Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going deep into this really fascinating story of Barbarik, a figure from, Hindu mythology.
Right.
And his story is super closely tied to the epic Mahabharata war.
Yeah.
Now, you might know the main players like Arjuna, Karna, but Barbarik, well...
He's something else.
He claimed he could end the entire war in just like 1 minute.
It's true.
Yeah.
Barbarik may not be in the most popular version of the Mahabharata,
right.
but his story is definitely told in other texts and, folk tales.
I see.
Which makes him a truly fascinating character with a really captivating legacy.
So who was this mysterious warrior? What made him so powerful?
Right.
And why didn't someone with that kind of power actually fight in the war? It's a little bit of a head scratcher, right?
It is.
To really understand Barbarik.
Yeah.
We need to start with his family tree.
Yeah, Barbarik's lineage, it's a blend of, the human and the supernatural, which makes it particularly interesting.
Right.
He was the grandson of Bhima, the mighty panda brother.
Right.
Known for his incredible strength.
Yes.
But his father was Gatotkacha.
Gatotkacha, okay.
Bhima's son, who was, get this, half demon.
Whoa, half demon.
So that makes Barbarik 1/4 demon.
Wow. So this unique heritage, it must have played a significant role in shaping his extraordinary abilities, right?
Precisely.
Oh.
Even as a child, Barbarik displayed incredible strength and remarkable intelligence. Really a testament to his dual heritage.
Yeah.
He also possessed, a deep sense of kindness and compassion,
right.
which you might think is a little unexpected considering, his demon ancestry.
Okay.
And we can't forget his mother, Morvi.
Morvi.
She was a skilled warrior herself.
Wow.
And personally trained Barbarik in the art of warfare.
I see.
Honing his abilities even further.
It sounds like he was destined for greatness from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But what really sets Barbarik apart, and what we kind of alluded to earlier, is his claim to be able to end the entire Mahabharata war in just 1 minute.
Yeah. This claim was rooted in a boon he received from Lord Shiva, 3 infallible arrows.
3 arrows.
These weren't your ordinary arrows. Each one possessed incredible power that could, turn the tide of war in an instant.
Okay, let's talk about these arrows. What exactly could they do?
Okay, so picture this, Barbarik. He releases his first arrow. It flies across the battlefield, harking every single target destined for destruction.
Whoa.
Then he shoots the second arrow. Right. Which marks every target that needs to be protected. So
it's almost like a magical targeting system, identifying friend and foe with incredible precision.
Right.
I'm trying to imagine this, and it's pretty mind-blowing. But what about the third arrow?
The third arrow.
Yeah.
That was the ultimate decider. It could obliterate everything marked by the first arrow,
right? Or
safeguard everything marked by the second.
So essentially, it granted him the power to choose destruction or protection,
right?
All within his control.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So with such powerful arrows, I can see why Lord Krishna, known for his strategic brilliance, took a special interest in Barbarik.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't he test Barbarik's abilities?
He did.
Okay.
Intrigued by Barbarik's claim,
right.
Krishna devised a seemingly simple challenge.
Okay.
Pierce every leaf of a particular tree with his arrows.
Sounds easy enough, right?
Well, Krishna.
Yeah.
There had to be a twist.
Right. What was it?
Well, Krishna cleverly hid a single leaf under his own foot.
Under his foot.
And what happened next? Well, it depends on which version of the story you're hearing.
Okay.
In some, Barbarik's arrow hovered directly over Krishna's foot.
Wow.
Unable to pierce the hidden leaf.
Okay.
But in other versions, the arrow actually pierced Krishna's foot to reach the hidden leaf.
Wow.
Both versions, though, really demonstrate the truly infallible nature of those arrows.
Right.
Even Krishna, with all his divine power, couldn't outsmart them.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
It really highlights the immense, almost impossible power that Barbarik wielded. But there's another interesting aspect of Barbarik's story. He took a vow to always fight for the weaker side. given his strength.
Yeah.
Wouldn't any side he joined
right.
instantly become the stronger one?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that create like a bit of a paradox?
That's the very dilemma that Krishna recognized.
Okay.
Barbarik's unwavering commitment to supporting the weaker side created a potentially catastrophic loop.
Right.
He would perpetually switch sides, seeking to balance the scales.
Right.
But in doing so, he'd risk causing even greater devastation.
So his incredible strength, his very commitment to fairness, could potentially lead to more chaos.
Right.
It almost makes you question the nature of power itself, doesn't it?
It does.
What happened next? How did this dilemma play out?
Well, Krishna, with his divine foresight, he saw the potential for endless destruction, like inherent in Barbarik's vow to prevent this. He made a difficult decision.
Okay.
He asked Barbarik for his head as a sacrifice.
That's a pretty shocking request. How did Barbarik react to that? I can only imagine how I would feel if I were in his position.
Barbarik, true to his nature as a dutiful warrior, agreed to Krishna's request.
Wow.
But he had one final wish. He wanted to witness the war.
To see the war.
Krishna, honoring Barbarik's bravery and sacrifice, granted his wish.
Okay.
He placed Barbarik's head on a hill overlooking the battlefield, giving him a panoramic view of the grand conflict.
So he could still see it.
Even though, he could no longer participate.
It's a bittersweet image, isn't it?
Yeah.
Barbarik giving up his life,
yeah,
but still yearning to understand the complexities of the war unfolding before him.
Right.
It speaks to a deep thirst for knowledge and a sense of duty that goes beyond his own personal survival.
Right.
So as he watched the war, did he offer any insights?
He did. What did he say?
After witnessing the entire war, Barbarik proclaimed that Krishna, through his wisdom and strategy, was the true victor.
This proclamation is significant because it suggests that true power
might not always lie in brute force, but in intellect, cunning, and perhaps even divine guidance.
Exactly.
It's like saying that having the biggest weapons doesn't automatically guarantee victory.
Yeah.
There's a deeper level of understanding needed. And appreciation for strategy. And the bigger picture.
Exactly.
It's a message that resonates even today, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it adds another layer to Barbarik's story, moving beyond the spectacle of his power to highlight the importance of wisdom and strategy in achieving true victory.
But Barbarik's story doesn't end there.
Right.
Yeah.
It takes a fascinating turn in the region of Rajasthan.
Yeah.
Barbarik is worshipped as Khatushamji.
Wait. The warrior who could potentially end a war in a minute, is now a revered deity.
It's true.
That's quite a transformation.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this.
It's believed that Krishna, deeply moved by Barbarik's sacrifice, granted him a boon.
The boon.
He promised that in the current age, known as the Kali Yuga, Barbarik would be worshipped by his own name, Shyam. And those who remembered him with pure heart would receive his blessings.
So Krishna, essentially elevated Barbarik, transforming him from a warrior into a figure of devotion.
Exactly.
It's a powerful example of how even a figure associated with immense power can transcend that identity to become a symbol of faith and hope.
Exactly.
What does this transformation tell us about the nature of power and devotion in Hinduism?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The story of Barbarik, or Shyam, highlights a complex interplay between strength, sacrifice, and devotion. That's central to Hindu thought.
I see.
It suggests that true power isn't always about, brute force or dominance, but can be found in selflessness, in surrendering to a higher purpose.
It also makes me think about the cyclical nature of life, death, and remembrance in Hindu belief.
Right.
Barbarik sacrifices his life, but he's reborn, in a way, through the devotion of his followers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The worship of Khatushamji illustrates how a figure associated with war and potential destruction can become a symbol of hope and protection.
So interesting.
It speaks to the transformative power of faith and the belief that even in death, there can be a form of transcendence.
I find it really fascinating how Barbarik's story resonates on so many levels.
Right.
We've talked about his incredible power, his vow to fight for the weaker side, his sacrifice, and his transformation into a deity.
Exactly.
But I'm curious, beyond the fantastical elements, what can we learn from Barbarik's story and apply to our own lives?
That's where the real beauty of this story lies.
I see.
Barbarik's tale, though rooted in mythology, offers valuable lessons that transcend time and culture.
I see.
Even though most of us won't face armies or wield magical arrows. Yeah. His story reminds us that true strength comes in many forms.
What kind of strength are we talking about here? Can you elaborate on that?
Well, think about Barbarik's unwavering devotion to his mother, his guru, and the principles he believed in. This steadfast loyalty, even when confronted with impossible choices, speaks volumes about his character. It's a reminder that staying true to ourselves, to our values, even when faced with challenges, is a strength in itself.
It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and lose sight of our core values. Barbarik's story serves as a powerful reminder to hold on to what we believe in, no matter what obstacles come our way.
Exactly.
And then there's the ultimate sacrifice he makes. Giving up his life to prevent unimaginable suffering is a level of selflessness that's hard to grasp.
It is.
But on a smaller scale, it encourages us to be more selfless in our daily lives. Even in small ways. Putting the needs of others before our own could be a form of strength, a way of making a positive impact.
It's a good point. True strength doesn't always equate to personal gain or victory. Sometimes it's about making difficult choices for the greater good.
I see.
Even if it means sacrificing something of our own.
But there's another key aspect of Barbarik's character that we discussed earlier, his thirst for knowledge. Even as he faced death. He wanted to witness the war, to understand its intricacies.
Yeah, it's a reminder that learning doesn't stop, no matter what challenges we're facing.
That's right.
Barbarik's desire to learn reminds us that even in the face of adversity, there's always something to gain, something to understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes, those challenging moments can be our greatest teachers.
It's a powerful message, isn't it?
It is. There's always an opportunity to learn and grow, even in the most difficult situations.
But let's go back to the worship of Barbarik as Khatu Shamji. What specifically draws people to him? What do they seek from him?
People are drawn to Khatu Shamji for a variety of reasons. Some come seeking solace and guidance in their personal lives, while others seek his blessings for success in their endeavors. He's seen as a protector, a source of strength, and a symbol of hope, especially in times of hardship.
It's amazing how a figure who could have brought about so much destruction is now revered as a source of peace and guidance. It speaks to the power of transformation, both within ourselves and within the stories we tell.
Precisely.
It's like saying that even the most powerful figures can evolve, can transcend their initial roles, and become symbols of something greater, something that inspires hope and offers guidance.
Exactly.
But we've been talking a lot about faith and belief. We keep mentioning Barbarik's belief that he could end the war in a minute. Do you think it was truly possible, or was it more of a symbolic representation of his immense but potentially uncontrollable power?
That's a question that's sparked many debates and interpretations. Some people believe it was a literal possibility, a testament to the divine power bestowed upon him. Others see it as more of a metaphor, like a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the complex consequences of war.
Like acknowledging that even with like the greatest weapons, true victory isn't always about brute force.
Right.
Sometimes it's about understanding the bigger picture, recognizing the intricate web of cause and effect, and considering the potential for unintended consequences.
Exactly. And that's why Barbarik's story continues to resonate with people. It challenges us to think critically, to question our assumptions about power and victory, and to consider the multiple facets of truth.
It also makes us consider our own roles in the battles we face in our lives.
Yeah.
Are we charging in, relying on brute force,
right?
Or are we approaching them with strategy, wisdom, and a sense of the bigger picture?
That's a powerful way to think about it.
Yeah.
Barbarik's story, it encourages us to examine our own, approaches to conflict, both internal and external. It reminds us that true victory might not always look like what we expect. And sometimes the wisest path involves a different kind of strength.
It's like saying that sometimes stepping back, observing and strategizing can be more effective than charging in head first.
Exactly.
It's a lesson that resonates in so many areas of life, from like personal relationships to professional endeavors.
Precisely.
But before we wrap up our deep dive into Barbarik's world, I have one final thought.
Okay.
We've discussed his legacy in Rajasthan, his transformation into Khatu Shamji. But I'm curious.
Yeah.
Are there any other places where he's worshipped or remembered?
That's a great question. I'm interested to see how his story spreads beyond the region we've been focusing on. Barbarik's story, it extends beyond the borders of Rajasthan, which is quite remarkable in Himachal Pradesh. He's worshipped as Kamranag, a deity associated with mountains and water.
Interesting.
This connection to both the divine and the natural world shows how his story has been woven into the very fabric of different regions. Each interpreting his legacy through their own cultural lens. It's
fascinating how a single figure can inspire such a wide range of beliefs and practices. It speaks to the power of storytelling. How a story can like evolve and take on new meanings as it travels across different cultures.
Exactly.
And in Nepal, he's revered as King Yalember. The first king of the Kirata dynasty.
Wow.
It's incredible how his tale has transcended time and geographical boundaries, evolving into a tapestry of diverse interpretations.
That's what makes mythology so endlessly fascinating. It's more than just entertainment. It's a way of exploring our deepest fears, hopes, and beliefs. A way of making sense of the world around us and our place within it.
And as we've seen with Barbarik, sometimes the most compelling stories aren't about those who fight on the front lines, but about those who choose a different path, a path of sacrifice, understanding, and ultimately transformation. Their stories often hold deeper truths that resonate across cultures and time periods.
Well said. As we conclude our deep dive into the captivating world of Barbarik, the 1 minute warrior, it's important to remember that his story is more than just a legend. It's a reflection of our own potential for strength, sacrifice, and the pursuit of knowledge, even in the face of impossible choices.
His story encourages us to examine our own lives, our own approaches to challenges, and to consider the multiple facets of strength.
Exactly.
It also highlights the importance of faith devotion.
Yeah.
And the power of storytelling to shape our understanding of the world.
It's a story that stays with you,
right?
Prompting reflection and encouraging us to look beyond the surface to discover deeper meaning.
And perhaps that's the greatest legacy of Barbarik, the one-minute warrior, whose story continues to resonate with us centuries later. And on that note, we encourage you to continue exploring, to delve deeper into the rich tapestry of mythology, and discover the hidden gems that resonate with your own journey. Until next time, keep diving deep, and may your own story be filled with purpose, courage, and the wisdom to choose your battles wisely.